Okay, so this is what we're working with right now. Yeah. So let's see what we can get done. This tote system, it was my husband's idea and I was 100% against it. But honestly, it's kind of been a lifesaver just because it cuts down on the time as far as organizing everything. So let's get to it. And also, I know the tote system isn't going to be for everyone, and it definitely was not for me. I initially had all these little boxes and had everything organized and separated, but my girls will just not keep it clean. They just dump all the totes. Everything ends up everywhere, and then I have to reorganize it and then get irritated because it ends up all over the floor. So now we can just throw everything in there and they can just dump it and we can just throw it back in there and they can just dump it and we just throw it back in there, because honestly there is no point in trying to get organized with them. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, why don't you teach them how to do it? And it's like, I've tried it. I have 5 kids and a lot more rooms to clean up than just this one. So I'm just going to do what's easy for me and what works for me right now. And if it's not for you, that's okay. You do what works for you. Okay, one thing I highly recommend for any kid's room is locks on the drawers and use them. Because somehow they have gone through 2 weeks worth of clothes in like 5 days, because they just come in here and they just want to keep changing. And so now I have a bunch of laundry that I have to do because it's all over this dirty floor. So yeah, get the locks, but don't just get the locks, use the locks, actually lock it, because I don't, and now I have to do like 5 loads of laundry. So get the locks. And as you're cleaning their room, don't feel bad to throw stuff away. If it's cheap and it's old, or there's a million pieces, throw it away. Anybody else's kids have an insane amount of water bottles in their room that are like still full? I don't even think this one's been open. It hasn't. I've had to reframe myself. I'm throwing these away. Only because they just got them. If they've had them for a couple of months, I probably would have already thrown them away. This is ridiculous. Okay, I will say, as much as I hated the tote system, I got done a lot quicker just throwing everything in the bins, organizing some of the smaller stuff, but this is where we're at now. So much better. They can actually walk in here and they can play and they can destroy it again. Comment down below how many days you think it's going to take for them to get it back to where it was, because I'm gonna say 1.5. And if you enjoy realistic mom content with a not so aesthetic house, follow along for more.